Hey, I'm Sean, and today I'm going to be picking a new 40k army and documenting my process. So on one of my sleepless nights, I decided to start a new 40k army. I've gone through a couple armies. I currently have a Blood Angels army, a Chaos Space Marine army, and a Chaos Knight army to soup them with. And I've gone through AdMech and Deathwatch. I didn't really enjoy playing AdMech because I like their lore, but not their gameplay. And I enjoyed playing Deathwatch, but I didn't really like their lore at all. So, I thought long and hard on the army I would be investing my time into, and that army is the Tyranids, also known as the Great Devourer, are an extragalactic alien race whose sole purpose is the consumption of all forms of genetic and biological material in order to evolve and reproduce. The Tyranids. So, I surprisingly had a longer history of Tyranids than I thought. In 5th grade, my good friend gave a 5th edition Tyranid Codex. I never knew what Warhammer was, but I liked trying to understand what I was looking at. All of the pages felt so intriguing. It all seemed so cool to me. Especially these pages. They all felt so eerie. Hordes of little monsters the size of men running at you in the hundreds was always so appealing to me. Gameplay wise, starting a horde army is a much different playstyle than I'm used to. Moving from such an elite army to a horde army is going to be a big hurdle for me to overcome, which is one of the reasons it drew me to them, as it's so different to what I'm used to. Now let's come up with a goal in mind when making this army. Number 1, keep it low budget. I'm not super rich, so I need to keep this army as cheap as possible. Number 2, start small in points and slowly grow. We're going to start at 500 points and slowly move up, and we're going to try to at least win at each points level. Number 3, try to paint everything. I'm really going to push myself with this army and try to get everything painted to a standard I'd like. And lastly, number 4, try my best to document my journey with this army. I also want to push myself with content creation, so this army is going to be a big motivation for me. Hopefully, I can follow the rules and bring you more content. So currently, I have 12 Hormagaunts, 12 Termagants, 3 Warriors, 9 Genestealers, and a Carnifex. I got the Warriors, both the Gaunts, and the Carnifex for $85 from a trade I did, which isn't a bad deal as it gives me a lot of troops to work with. The Genestealers are from the magical place called eBay. Saw 9 for 9, instantly took the deal. So my current total is 94 bucks. Still relatively cheap when you look at how much Tyranids cost. The next thing I need to purchase is definitely a start collecting. Gameplay wise, I can't really make a legal army because I don't have an HQ. But here's what I have on the units. The Carnifex has monstrous scything talons and the monstrous crushing claws, with what I believe is Spore Cysts, and with the Tusk Morph. Overall, not bad. It's a nice melee beast I could probably run up the field as a distraction. It's good against light vehicles to heavy infantry. Next we have the Termagants. I built them with Devourers. In the recent FAQ, Termagants with Devourers drop down by 2 points, which makes them really appealing. Plan with them is for them to hold the objectives down and try to drop a wound on a squad here or there. And for the Warriors, I'm going to magnetize them so I can run them as anything. I'm going to run them with Bone Swords and Death Spitters so they can be good objective holders. I'll probably run them with enhanced resistances to make them even more tough. The other units, you probably know what they do already. I'm going to run them up the board and try to wreck face. I do have a color scheme in mind, but I'll reveal it in the next video. But it's based on a monster from a certain game. But now that I have most of the planning done, I'll start the dreaded painting process in the next video. So subscribe to see that, and I will finish my backlog of models. So I'll see you next time.
Warhammer sucks and it's